Hey, welcome to the Pat Sheranian Show. You know, I'm not on every day anymore, so it's fun when I have an opportunity to get on the air again. Thank you for listening on streaming video on pat.utahvalleylive.com. And from KHQN, we appreciate our listeners there at 1480 AM. Thanks for joining us. My guest today is Dr. Steve Baker. And who do we love more than we love people that help us feel better than we thought we could? And so I'm going to tell you how that happened. We'll be back in just a minute, so stay with us for this commercial.
Hi, I'm Mary Louise Zeller, an independent distributor with Kyani. I, in 3 years, have achieved the rank of Blue Diamond. Let me tell you about one of Kyani's 3 products they call the Triangle of Health. It's called Sunset, Kyani Sunset. It's based on wild Alaskan sockeye salmon, so it's a very, very high quality omega-3 fish oil. And it's guaranteed to be free of toxic chemicals like cadmium, mercury, PCBs, all of which cause cancer. But this is guaranteed to be mercury-free. What makes this product a breakthrough in human health product, though, are the vitamin E tocotrienols that it's preserved by. And these tocotrienols, if you even go to PubMed.gov, Public Medicine, the U.S. National Medical Library online, put in the search box tocotrienols, and you will see that if it's not talking about cardiovascular health, brain health, it's talking about being anti-tumor, anti-cancer. This product is a breakthrough in human health. Hi, I'm Mary Louise.
You're back. This is the Pat Sheranian Show, and my guest today is Dr. Steve Baker. And again, thank you for taking time to visit with us. I just want to mention a couple of things. We now have approximately 10 new hosts. We start in the morning from 9 to 10. We go 12 to 1, 1 to 2, and some other things are coming up. We're going to be on the air from 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and in the morning, 8 to 9. So we're all over the place. And good friends and good people. Some of them have had background in film and production and commercials and radio and all kinds of things. So a lot of good things coming up all the way around the clock. I've invited Steve to come on, Dr. Baker to come on with me today because, I don't know, what was it, about 2 years ago, a year and a half? I can't remember how long ago.
A while ago.
And I wasn't feeling very good. I had some aches and pains and things that were bothering me, and I had gotten into the Kyani, and that helped with my diabetes and everything, but I slept wrong on my neck. I think it was my neck that I came in about, and It just was like I had a knot going on. In fact, I was concerned I might be growing something really unpleasant. And so I can't remember how I met you, but you weren't too far from where I live, and I'd seen your sign out, and I thought, well, okay, I'm going in there and see what this is about. Well, we're going to talk about what happened to me, but first let's give you some information so that you can jot down where to find him. He is, remember the old Albertsons Center on the University Parkway? Albertsons isn't there anymore, but the center has just filled up with people. We're going to tell you other people that are there in the shops in that little shopping center. And Steve has a great office there, easy parking, easy to get in and out. If you're pushing a walker or you're in a wheelchair or whatever might be going on, he'll fix you up so that you'll come out of there feeling a whole lot better. So the address is 2255 North University Parkway, and it's Unit 3. His, I want to say studio, his, what do you call it? Your offices, your clinic, there you go. Your clinic's in number 3, which is right off of, you turn into the shopping center there, and there he is. And then we're going to talk about some other people, but let's just take a minute, because one of the things I like to do when I interview, of course, is to find out everything I can about the person I'm interviewing, and always things no one else knows. Of course, that's the most interesting. So tell me something no one else knows about you. You better not, unless your wife knows it too. But you were raised where?
I was raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Lived there all my life.
I don't think I remember that. Y'all are almost Southern.
That's right. A little bit of the Midwest. Born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Lived there all my life. My mom and dad are also chiropractors out in St. Louis. I have my sister's out in Kansas City. She's also a chiropractor in Kansas City. My uncle's a chiropractor, also in St. Louis, Missouri. And they are all working out there right now, and it's just like a family of chiropractics. I moved out to the west.
So it's kind of in your blood.
Mm-hmm.
This was chiropractic was stamped into your blood.
Yes.
Okay, good. And so where are they now?
So they're still in St. Louis, my parents and
Okay.
my uncle, and then my sister's in Kansas City.
But it's all in the family.
Yep.
And you're just kind of, what is it, the apple drops close to the tree or not too far from the tree or
Yep,
however that
that's
goes. And so when did you go to school?
I went to school back in 2004 is when I started. Graduated in April of 2007.
Okay,
from
back
Logan College of Chiropractic in St. Louis, Missouri.
in St. Louis. Well, what the world brought you to Provo?
I got offered a job to work out here in Provo, and worked out here for 3.5 years, and just recently opened my own clinic.
That's
here in
great.
Provo, yeah.
That's great. Well, I know. Okay, can you remember? I mean, you've seen a gazillion people by now. Big, big business, big practice. And I can't remember exactly when I went in to see you, but you said, you know what, let's do some acupuncture. And I thought, oh, well, I'm not sure about that. And he said, well, I promise I won't hurt. And so, you know what that means? I'm sitting like this and I'm white-knuckled. And I sat there and watched, I don't know, a dozen needles?
Probably around.
Yeah, a dozen. It start in my hands and up my arms and around my neck. And I didn't feel a thing. It wasn't even a mosquito bite. It was zip, zero, nothing. I could go to school a long time and probably never pull that off. So I think it does take some extra special schooling, and you've got to have a touch for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know a lot of chiropractors, they certainly don't practice acupuncture also. Is there any difference in acupuncture and acupressure, by the way?
Acupuncture is using a needle. Acupressure is just using pressure. But you're using.
I could have figured that out if I'd really thought about it.
You are using the same points, though, and working on
Okay.
to create the same type of results. Yes.
And because we don't feel anything because you're not hitting nerves anywhere, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
we're not actually addressing the nerves with acupuncture. There's actually 12 main energy channels that run through the body, and they're bilateral, so on each side of the body. We put needles into certain points that helps to actually either increase energy, decrease energy, or balance the energy from side to side.
Whew.
Lots of
And
energy
you know
talk.
what? This is an interesting subject, and I think what I'd like to do is introduce right now an acupressure seminar that's coming up.
Yep.
And I thought this was great. Now, he was telling me about it the other day, and I'm assuming we're talking about a $250 course. It's a couple of hours on a Saturday, like 2 hours. And I thought, well, good grief, how can that be? And because then he told me the price. So first, I'm going to tell you, this seminar is going to take place on Saturday, January the 28th from 12 to 2 p.m. Again, it's on the 2255 North University Parkway in Provo. And it's where the old Albertson Center used to be. And we say that simply because there's no one else there. When there is somebody else in that big store, we can identify that. But would you even guess that it costs only $25? And you can learn how to help yourself or help others. Is there kind of a certification, or is just this first step
It's
towards
not
it?
a certification for anyone. It's just for anyone who would actually like to come out and learn about acupuncture, learn how to treat themselves at home if they have headaches, back pain, neck pain.
Let's
stuff
go
like
back
that.
to headaches, because
Yep.
I know people, I think I've had one in a lifetime. I can't even remember what it was, but I had friends. I had a friend in Corona Del Mar near Newport Beach. She suffered all of the years that I knew her with migraines, the kind that send you to bed where you
Yeah.
can't think. And I thought, goodness sakes, will this help that?
Yeah, acupuncture can help with migraines for sure. We've had
Can
good
you
results
actually
of that.
treat yourself?
Yeah, you can actually treat yourself too. We'll show you how to treat you with pressure. You can use.
Okay, so where?
So there's different points on your hand. So
I'm waiting for him to put his hand on my head here.
no, there's
Okay.
actually a point right here on the hand. It's in between
Okay.
the thumb and your pointer finger.
All right, you paying attention here? This has
and,
got a headache. You get rid
You
of
can
it.
actually rub that. It's probably tender right now even, but that's a good spot for headaches. There's also
Okay.
a point on your leg, and also some different points, throughout the body that help with headaches.
So, in this seminar that you're going to be holding, is it kind of hands-on?
It's not.
Or more of
It'll be
a-
a little bit hands-on. My brother-in-law is actually teaching it. Dr. Craig Johnson. He's coming in from Brigham City, Utah.
Oh, good.
We have another clinic up there, and he's coming down. He's going to be teaching the class for between 12 and 2 p.m. on that Saturday, January 28th. And you're going to learn about 18 different points. It's kind of like called first aid acupuncture.
This is great,
And,
particularly for people that have children.
Yeah,
that
people that
suffer
just,
from lots of
neck
things.
pain, or maybe have a stomach ache, or just
How
different
about
little
back
things.
pain? Everybody I
know?
have known off and on over the years, everybody has a back pain sooner or
Yeah.
later. It's a lower back for whatever reason. I don't know what that's about.
It's all the lifting, heavy
Is
lifting,
that what it is?
and stressing
Lifting?
out.
And mothers lifting children. I have a grandson whose wife is. They just had twin boys, and they're 8 months. Well, they are 20 pounds something each, 21 pounds each, and she's thin as a twig, and she's picking these little guys up, and I think her back is going to be shot. She keeps this up for another 2 years, so I know she's having some pain. I'd love to be able to help her. Okay, this sounds good. Now, there are a couple of ways of registering for this class. Is that correct?
Yep. People can actually stop by the clinic if they want. They can come by there in Provo, pay for the class. They want to pay for it in advance. If they show up at the door, it's $35 because we like to be able to know who's coming.
Okay.
The class is limited to about 25 people, so you want to get registered now, not later. Some people may have questions or want to know more about it. The easiest way to do that is if you can text from your cell phone.
Okay.
The best way is if you text the number 801-210-0669.
Okay, let me give that again. If you can text to 801-210-0669.
Yep. And if you text CLASS, CLASS, to that number, we'll actually get back to you with more information in the next 2 days.
Oh,
and
that's
answer
easy.
any questions. Yeah.
So just text class to
Class
that
to that
number,
number.
and you'll get a call back.
Yeah. It's easy to remember, too. It's just 801-2100 now in OW. So if you don't want to try and remember all those numbers at once. But
That's great. So
Yep.
they don't have to, just the number and the word
text
class and the text, and that's
Yep.
it.
And we'll get back to you.
Okay, because this is coming up, and we'd like to fill up the class for sure.
Yeah.
I was in the clinic this past week, and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And you told me your wife decorated.
My wife
I'll tell
decorated
you,
it,
she
yes.
did and you have a new baby in the middle of all of that.
Yep.
So lovely, relaxing offices and a large room to hold this seminar in. I think it's just a great, great location. And cute baby. He's just so cute. Okay, so let's get a lot of people over there. People that, if you care about this and you want to find out more about acupressure, they're going to be talking a little bit about acupuncture also, just to mention. Okay.
Well, acupuncture, it's just almost the same thing as acupressure.
But using the needles.
Using needles instead, yeah.
But you're not necessarily teaching that.
We're not teaching how to
Yeah.
use needles.
But, I have done this before when I don't feel good, and I didn't know why.
Yep.
Okay. Just had a
Just rub those hands there.
right
Yep.
there. Okay. All right, we're going to mention this again, but
Okay.
for right now, we're going to move on just a little bit. When you were growing up, because everybody around you was into chiropractic work,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you were interested from there, but I've also known a lot of people, they didn't want to go in the family business, so to speak.
Yeah.
Did you go through that, or?
I would say it wasn't like, oh, I was born and I'm going to be a chiropractor. It was more of a, chiropractic is something that looks fun. My parents have fun doing it. They have enjoy it. And so I started going to school for chiropractic, considering that might be one thing I'll
Found
do.
you liked it?
Found out that I liked it and chose that over some other things that I could have done.
I
So,
think that's great.
yeah.
So it really is in your DNA. Okay, we're going to take a second and tell you again where he is. He's at 2255 North University Parkway, unit number 3. The clinic's at unit number 3. The phone number is 210-0669. That's an easy number, actually. 210-0669. And now, we wanted to also mention some of the people in that same facility.
Yeah.
I had Trendy Exchange on with me last week. Kayla. Mm-hmm. No, that's not it. Okay. It's oh dear, I messed it up on the air. Kaylee. It's Kaylee. Got it. Okay.
Kaylee it is, yeah.
And but she told me about the store and the kind of clothes they have. They're gently used. And so I was expecting, something maybe a step up from DI. Mm-hmm. Totally different thing. She talked a lot about teenagers, yes. But I want to tell you, there's some darling clothes in there and great shoes, and the store is totally beautiful. It's organized, a gazillion pairs of blue jeans of every make and model you can possibly think of, but some brand new, very stylish sweaters, and they go from a 00 up to large.
Wow. And
most of them are junior clothes. So, yes, it's for young girls. And I suggested she have a Valentine's night before Valentine's for husbands and boyfriends and brothers and what have you, and to come in there and buy something really fun. A lot of darling jewelry. I think I put away a watch and restrained myself from getting 17 other things. But a really darling store. Now, they anchor down on the west end of that.
Yep. Near
near Kentucky Fried Chicken. They're right there, and there's a pizza place.
There's Nicotalia Pizzeria right in there, and Los Tres Amigos is also going in there.
And then coming around, you've got what? Coming from the west end up to the east
there's
side.
many different places. There's IQ Repair that just went in. They repair like iPhones, iPads,
Oh, that's
broken,
good.
anything like
Okay.
that. Edible Arrangements is in there. So
Have
if
you
you
been
want,
in there?
Oh yeah,
And what are they?
Now be careful to give out free samples, okay? So if you go in,
Is it fruit or chocolate or
fruit,
what?
and it's actually chocolate dipped fruit. They'll
Oh
have some
my
of that too.
goodness,
So
you had to tell me.
so
that.
be careful, but that's great for any type of holiday, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day,
And
and that
there's
stuff. Yeah,
a gamed in.
gamed in. They just have tons of different types of games, from video games to board games.
Can anybody go in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And then there's we talked about the Pizza Pie Cafe. Now that's back
Well,
around your
Pizza
way.
Pie Cafe is near me. That's
Okay.
like a pizza buffet.
Okay. Oh, you kind of build it yourself?
You can go in and they have pizzas on the buffet, and they have a nice salad bar in there. They have pastas. I mean, be careful. Okay?
Another one of those
Yeah.
places.
I've had to
I shouldn't
restrain
go there and
myself.
then go down to the edibles. Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right. And then there's what is this
There's
thing?
also AMA Karate, like Provo. They're right next to me. So American Martial Arts of Provo.
Oh, good.
And then just on the other side of me there's also Energy One Nutrition. So it's a supplement store for protein and stuff.
Oh,
So we got 24-hour fitness right behind us. So that works out
That's
good for
right.
people
That
to
works
work
out good. Well,
And,
that center has
yeah.
had, I was there many years ago with the modeling school and the exercise center. I had some acting. I had a lot of extras, 150 extras that I made available for films here in the Valley. I love that center. There's plenty of parking always. They take care of the parking lot if it snows. There is a back entrance as you come down from University Mall or down the hill. You can turn right into, you make a right turn right into that center. And of course, you get out going the other direction towards the auto dealerships. Down
There's
that
also
way.
one I forgot to mention too is Progressive Eye Care too. My glasses
Oh
I got
yeah,
from there. They're
yeah, they're
very
right.
good
They've
in
been
there.
there forever.
Yeah.
They have.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good center. People don't go in there because they don't see the big market, but there's a
Yeah.
lot going on, and I would say take a few minutes and go visit some of these folks. One of the things that one reason we call this Utah Valley Live is that we are trying to make sure that you stay in the valley and go shopping and go out to eat and go see your doctor, your dentist, and especially your chiropractor.
Yeah.
Right here in the valley, and because I feel the best people are here, and they're all within 5 miles of you any direction. So be sure and visit there. Okay, so let's talk about what you offer in your clinic.
Okay.
First of all, I know that it's all about chiropractic, so I'm not sure
Tremendous.
what that means, though, because I haven't had a lot done. The acupuncture fixed me up, and then a good massage, and I was good to go. And I think I came in, I want to say 3 or 4 times over a period of a month. And I know you set me up on a card or something where I had so many visits for not very much money.
Yeah, you probably did we had a special 5 visits, so 5 chiropractic visits
Yeah.
or acupuncture for $130.
Yeah, I thought that was really reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been hit with that for walking through the door. So I thought that was really a good
Yeah.
deal. And then it turned out that Steve's a big guy, so he's able to, I don't know if you call it manipulate or what do you call it?
Adjust.
Adjust. Adjust
Manipulate's
is the
fine,
word.
too, yeah.
And so I felt like, he wasn't going to hurt himself because I'm, 5'8" and have a little extra weight on me. So yeah, okay. So if somebody comes in to you, are they coming from they fell down, they had an automobile accident? What your main business comes from what?
Well, we focus on auto accidents. We kind of specialize with auto accidents. A lot of people don't know after an auto accident that they actually have treatment built into their auto insurance, whether they pay the lowest amount
knew that?
or the highest amount.
I know, I didn't know that.
You have medical treatment already built into that. And some people say, oh, no, I really don't have it. I'm like, really, you do.
I would have
It's a
told you
state
that.
law.
I would have said, no,
Yeah.
I don't have it.
It's a state law. Everyone by law has at least $3,000 of coverage
In their insurance.
in their insurance.
Okay, so if they've got insurance, and it's by law, you should have insurance
Yep.
if you're driving. Okay, and it's included in. So
Yeah.
if you've had an accident recently, or you know someone that has, please help identify Steve to them,
Yeah,
Dr.
'cause-
Steve Baker, because they've got insurance. Use it.
Yeah, and what happens a lot of the time is people don't know that, oh, it's normal to have back pain after an accident or neck pain or headaches. Oh, that's all normal. Well, yeah, that's normal, but that means something's wrong. Your
So
body
if
doesn't
they don't
just-
take advantage of it, is there a time limit on it, in the insurance?
There's a limit if you come in 6 months after an accident. Oh, I've been having a headache every day since my accident. Good luck trying to get that covered. Not going to happen.
Because they
wanna
figured you
get in-
managed for 6 months.
Yeah, you must have managed for 6 months, or maybe you just fell a week ago and now you want to blame something else. So, right? But you want to get in within the 30 to 45 day period after an accident. Get in, get checked out, at least get checked out. I mean,
Well, they would go to a
anything.
physician,
Yeah.
and so they should come to you also to
Yeah.
see.
Well,
what's
some people
causing
go to the
pain.
hospital, but you can come directly to a chiropractor too. You don't have to go to a medical doctor to get approval to come. Some people are like, well, should I get approval first? You don't have to do that. You can actually come in. We'll do an exam on you, get you checked out, and
I
everything.
have to believe you've had a lot of people. I know you have a busy
Yeah.
practice, so I have to believe you had a lot of people
So,
that didn't know some of this stuff.
You'd be amazed at how many.
Also, you have a young lady on your front desk that speaks Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we do have a bilingual clinic there.
Right, and you can get through all of that, and
Yep.
which is nice.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. We're going to take a commercial break, and I think we're going to hear some promos and some things, and we'll be back in just a minute with Dr. Steve Baker of Provo. We're going to tell you again where he's located and some more about what he's doing to help people feel better. So stay with us.
I'm Diana Hoffman, host of Healing Talk Radio. Everything you thought you knew about the brain is changing. There's an explosion of new research about how to repair our minds, heal our emotions, and enhance our relationships. Join me every Friday at noon as we interview top experts, review books, and debate the controversies. Healing Talk broadcasts live on KHQN 1480 AM and video streams at UtahValleyLive.com. For information, go to HealingTalkRadio.com.
Do us a favor and take a moment to call, text, or email your friends and family and let them know about this show. We're live on this radio station, KHQN AM 1480, and on UtahValleyLive.com, where this show will be archived for later viewing. Also, Utah Valley Live is seeking additional programming for our growing network, talk shows about religion or politics, how-to shows, and more. Go to UtahValleyLive.com and send us your contact information and the type of show you would like to broadcast.
Well, welcome back. This is Pat Sheranian. Happy to be on the air with you again today. My guest is Dr. Steve Baker. And I do want to mention Steve has a large following, and we do have a chat room. If you can see us on UtahValleyLive.com, then you'll find a chat room right there. We'd love to have you say hi to Steve and let him know you're out there. Somewhere in Japan or China or Australia or Canada or Newport Beach or how about Orem. So it's the good thing about streaming is it does go everywhere. And we're happy about the radio station because it takes care of all the local people right here. KHQN 1480 AM. Okay, now you're going to tell me some more about chiropractic, maybe some examples or some things that you've been able to assist people with.
Yeah. So we'll talk. We'll finish up with the auto accident stuff
Right.
for sure.
Okay.
So with that, just people that have been in auto accidents, just so they know they're not coming in just for chiropractic. We actually work with them with doing massage therapy. We actually do rehabilitative therapy and rehabilitative exercises to make sure that they have a full recovery.
Okay, what does that really mean? Because I think of somebody trying to learn to walk again.
Right. So after an accident, what happens is the muscles get torn or sprained and strained in the neck or back or wherever the impact is actually affecting them. We work to actually rehab that, strengthen the muscle again, so you don't have like ongoing need every day for chiropractic care. Or, oh, I always have to, hear, I need to go to my chiropractor all the time. We don't want that.
Well, yeah, somebody told me about that after I had started seeing you. I mentioned your name, and she said, this is the only chiropractor I've ever known that really wants to fix you, get you well, and send you out of the door.
Yeah.
And know that you don't have to come back again.
Yeah, that's our
the pain
goal.
has gone because there's something to do with kind of keep you coming and keep you coming and keep you coming. But they told me, nope, you want to get people well and on their way.
Yeah. So we focus on getting people well because we know if you're in the clinic, what can you do? Nothing. You can't tell people about us. Okay, you're sitting there getting better, right? So if you're out there telling people about us, it's much better for business usually for us.
Well, that works.
Okay?
I appreciate that.
And,
I also feel it's much more ethical.
Yeah. I do recommend once a month is a great, keep maintenance plan, but if people don't want to do that, that's their life, their choice, totally. So.
Do you see people? We're so close to Sundance, like 20 minutes, and then you've got Heber and that the snow up there. During the winter, do you see a lot of accidents from skiing?
Not a ton. We usually see them come in a couple years later with like chronic back pain, which because people are like, oh, well, I just hurt myself, and then it kind of got better after. I just kept taking ibuprofen and like that. So
which really kills your liver.
You have issues with it. Will affect your body, right?
That's a good way to put it.
So it doesn't.
I'm naming it because I've heard of somebody. I've got a good friend that too much pain medication and some bad side effects.
Yeah. And so, after an accident, it's always better to get in and get treated right away because you get better much faster. When people come in years later, it takes more work to get them better.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, and all these people, I'm going to write that down. These people can come in 5 visits for
$130.
$130.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good price, doctor. Really good price.
Should we raise them up a little bit?
No. No. Don't be funny. That's a good price. Okay, we're going to give you a phone number again because a couple of things are happening. Coming up on January the 8th?
28th, Saturday, January 28th.
Saturday the 28th at noon, there will be 2 hours of Intro to Acupressure seminar, and it's being taught by an expert, and Dr. Baker will be there also. It's going to be in his clinic, and it's a huge price of $25 for the 2 hours. Well, you know what? This is a great way for people to get acquainted with you, with your offices, where you are, and also go away with some information they can help themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's quite a offer to the community. So one way to get hold of Dr. Baker's office is to text his phone number, which is 801-210-0669, and then just type in CLASS,
Yep.
CLASS, and they will call you back and get you registered, take your credit card, or you can pay when you come in, but it's going to cost you a little bit more. So come in ahead of time and get your money there. Call in, walk in, text, and or just call and let them know what you want to do. They'll take a phone call straight away. I just think that's a great offer. Now, this says CLASS, and what is this then we're talking about?
We also have we have a couple things you could text in, right? So we talked about auto accidents. If you want more information about that, you can just type auto. Just text that in and send that out.
Really? And they'll call you back?
We'll call you back about auto accidents.
I love it.
Now, the thing you're referring to now is our special. So we have a special going on. It's our massage. It's a half-hour massage and adjustment for $29. Now, this is a special because we just recently brought in some massage therapists into our clinic that work there full-time for the most part. So we're actually working on getting you acquainted with them, and so you know what they can do and what I also offer through chiropractic. So for $29, you can get a half-hour massage and an adjustment.
That's really good.
Yeah, if you text special to that number, the 801-210-0669, we'll call you back about that. You can also just call the number, leave a message too, is fine, but that's a savings of over $45 if you would combine both of those.
It is, because I know there's some folks, other folks that are doing just massage therapy, and they're much more expensive than $29. So you got a lot of things going for you.
You've got a lot of things happening. It's the beginning of the year.
Yeah. This is really good. Okay, I want to talk some more about the rehabilitation. Because depending on broken limbs and legs and what happens with that, we've been talking more about muscle and the stress and strain, but let's talk about somebody that's broken a leg in an automobile accident or skiing or fell down their stairs or whatever.
So if you have broken bones and so forth, you definitely want to make sure that you've got the cast on that or whatever the medical doctor would recommend. I don't say that I'm an expert with broken bones. We don't fix those in the office. But what happens when you do break a bone is you start using more muscles in different areas and cause misalignments in other areas. So you actually cause more stress on the body because you're compensating or having to walk on crutches or having to carry your arm in a sling like that.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you have a lot of other things happening. So you definitely want to get that handled by the right professional. And then also, make sure that everything is being taken care of on the other side.
So that's while they're in a cast. Now they get the cast off. and they're going to have to learn to use the leg again, the arm again, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Do you recommend people come in then and start some massage therapy with that? Or
Massage therapy can help, rehabilitative exercises, depending on the level of rehabilitation needed. Physical therapy may be recommended also. There's lots of things that can help. We work with everyone to make sure they get a full recovery.
Do you work with all ages? You work with kids?
Yeah, definitely.
And old folks too?
Even old folks, yes.
He knows my history. Okay. I have to shoot you now. Okay. And then let's see, cost. We need to go back to that again because if it isn't an automobile accident, then talk to me about insurance.
Yeah. So we don't take health insurance, unfortunately, for some people. However, we do that allows us to keep our cash prices lower. Okay, so like the 5 for $130.
So that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, if you just come in and get a normal adjustment, or you just want just acupuncture, it's $35. Okay.
I think you charge me more than that. I have to go think about that.
I'd probably charge you $45. But if you want,
no, it was a good price.
If you want both chiropractic and acupuncture just coming in once, we do $55 for that to combine.
Well, and you had mentioned that to me, and then when I said, well, if it doesn't fix this, then. And then you said, we'll come back 4 more times, we'll call it a package of 5.
Yeah, we'll work with you.
And I thought that was great. Yeah, that was the other piece. You work with people with their cash flow or lack of it a little bit to get them feeling better. All right, I'm going to give a phone number out again, 801-210-0669, 210-0669. Dr. Steve Baker, he's been working as a chiropractor and an acupuncturist now, coming up on 5 years?
It is coming up on 5 years, this April. 5
years. And he's had a huge practice, probably seen more people than most chiropractors. It's a waiting line sometimes. Okay, I'm going to go back up to you because I wanted to ask a couple of questions that I forgot to. What are your hobbies? Was anything connected that would translate into doing chiropractic?
I don't know. I do play the cello.
You do?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You can play the cello.
That's great.
And then I played hockey in high school and also swam in high school. And enjoy four-wheeling, wave running, all those outdoor sports.
Do you do any of those things anymore now that you have a little toddler at your house?
Sometimes, yes. But I have to be careful that they don't get broken if we leave them out.
The toys?
Yes.
Not the kid, the toys?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that happens. Life comes and gets in the way, and you just find yourself working 14 hours a day. We're going to another commercial break, and we'll be right back. Thanks for being with us.
Off to a refiner. Stop. Here's a better idea. Take your old jewelry and diamonds to the Jeweler's Bench. We are conveniently located in downtown Provo at 275 North University Avenue. I'm Daniel Broadbent, owner of the Jeweler's Bench. We are experienced in selling and buying fine jewelry. We give you an honest evaluation of what your pieces are worth, then give you several options. The Jeweler's Bench can buy your jewelry for cash now, or sell it for you on consignment, or even repair it or make it into something new. We buy antique jewelry, broken, worn-out jewelry, new jewelry, coins, or any other kind of precious metal. We will evaluate and give you the best value for your diamonds. Gold is high. Now is the time to sell. You need to convert that valuable stuff that you are not using into something that you can use right now. Come to the Jeweler's Bench for an immediate free evaluation. We are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 275 North University Avenue, downtown Provo. We'd love to help you soon.
Roger Strong. I'm here to tell you about tidbits of Utah County. No death, divorce, devastation, or destruction. Just good news for good people. You'll find us everywhere in Utah Valley, in doctors' offices, restaurants, mechanic shops, anywhere that people wait. We have over 35 features of fun, family-friendly entertainment. To find a paper or to advertise, call Roger at 801-616-6288. Again, that's Roger at 801-616-6288. We're Tidbits of Utah County, the happy paper for Happy Valley.
Hi, I'm Carol Stevens, host of Being with Carol. Every Wednesday from 1 to 2, please join me. I will be sharing information about a new store in the University Mall next to the food court, eCauseway. We have hundreds of items from health food bars to water filtration systems, all high-quality items at huge discounted prices. eCauseway. I'm Carol Stevens, looking forward to being with you every Wednesday from 1 to 2. Hi, I'm Carol Stevens.
We're back. This is Pat Sheranian. My guest today is Dr. Steve Baker. He is a chiropractor and an acupuncturist and a really nice friend to have at any time, but especially if you're not feeling good and you have some aches and pains. I do have a question because a lot of people seem to suffer at all ages, really, but of course more as you get a little bit older, and they maybe have broken something or had strained muscles in the past, and arthritis seems to find its way into everybody's body.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got involved, as I've told you, with the Kyani, and
Yeah.
you know about that because we talked about that at least a year ago, and that has certainly helped. But it's sometimes difficult to get people to take a look at a network marketing company or even to become a customer. And so is there anything that you can do to help people who are suffering with arthritis around the neck area?
It really, each patient's totally different, of course. But acupuncture helps, chiropractic helps. We notice acupuncture helps a lot with the hands and wrist. Just getting motion back in the joints again. That's the main goal, because a lot of the arthritis is just stiffness and you can't move.
It is, and it hurts.
Yeah, and so massage definitely works really well. We've had a couple different people that have, come in, and actually that's made a huge difference with, It's really having a better quality of living, instead of having to wake up and deal with your arthritis every day.
Well, it's hard. I remember my mom used to have trouble just turning over as she got older.
Yeah.
Everything hurt, and it hurt her to just turn over.
Yeah.
And I thought there has to be some relief somewhere. And not everybody wants to get into a pool. I love being in a pool, and
Yeah.
you're a swimmer, so you know what that feels. It's wonderful being in water. But not everybody enjoys that,
Yeah.
and they have to change clothes, and the weather's cold, and it goes on and on. But it's good to know that they could come in just for something as simple as pain in just the neck, is what I'm saying, instead
Yeah.
of all over your whole body, or just in your hands. As I've had crippling arthritis, now the Kyani helped me, but at the same time, as we've been talking, I realized I came in to see you also
Yeah.
about the same time. Let's talk about putting pins and needles in me,
Okay.
or anybody. Now, could you do that to yourself? You could.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hurt a hand or arm or shoulder. Okay. Now it's probably 6 years old. 06. Yeah. A shoulder torn rotator cuff. I thought it was sprained, so I put my arm in a sling and didn't do anything for 3 months, and it froze there. So then I couldn't. It had to be cut and operated. Well, I chose not to do that, and doctors chose not to do it because I didn't have enough muscle to hold the stitches. They would just pull right out. They were worried about that. So I'm now thinking maybe I should come back into you and have you work on this shoulder. So talk to me what that would be like to have. What are you going to do?
So we'd probably do some acupuncture,
Okay.
get things loosened up in there.
So does that just mean the one hand, the one arm, or what?
We'd actually do it on both sides. Yeah, we do acupuncture on both shoulders and in the hands.
Where?
So we have different points here between the thumb and the
Okay.
pointer finger. We'd also put some
Is that the same place
for the headaches. Yep.
For the headaches.
It's really
okay.
good for. It's a point that's good for anything on the upper body.
Okay.
Yep. We'd also put them into your shoulder, so like in the front here, in the
On
back
both
of the
shoulders?
shoulder, on the top of the shoulder,
Okay.
on the side here into the delt muscle right in here, and also in the elbow right here.
But where this is frozen and been there for so long, I like if you go to church and have to raise your hand to approve of things, I found out why people don't raise their arm to the square. I can't.
Yeah.
So, and that's about it. And so trying to do my hair with one arm is
Yeah.
really a trick. But it's frozen right there.
Yeah.
So
The other thing too is massage therapy actually break up some of the scar tissue that's in there, kind of the frozen shoulder syndrome tissue that's in there. Yeah. So massage therapy would probably help you. We also have a vibration platform machine, a T-zone.
we have had one in here.
know.
I love the T-zone.
So we have a T-zone in the clinic also. You could actually get on that.
Let's talk about this T-zone because we actually have one here at the studio, and our good friend Bruce Honey sells these. They run right now around $1,600. Tell me your experience with them, with people you've worked with, because I really have only seen people just come in here and
Yeah.
just use it. 10 minutes on the T-zone is like an hour workout in a
Yep.
gym. hey, that works for me. But I haven't thought about somebody that really has a serious problem. Talk to me about that.
So I'm not going to call myself an expert in that yet because we've only had it in there about 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
But there's a lot of evidence that keeps showing that people that are working out or strength training on the T-zone will actually get better quicker, have your body responds faster because the vibration is actually causing all the muscle fibers to fire.
Well, and also I understand that you're working against gravity because the body's slightly out of balance, and so it works to keep itself up straight, strengthening muscles as you go along. So you would recommend that for someone who has maybe a lower back problem or
low back, neck. I mean, it really can help to strengthen a lot of things along with.
Did they, whoever sold it to you, did they get on, have you get on it?
It actually came in when we had the massage therapy clinic that came in. They actually had one there. And so we have that now in the clinic also.
You have to try it.
We
had everybody in here get on it when he was here, and but jiggle your teeth loose. But I mean, really, because it goes so high, and I don't dare go that far with it.
You don't want to take it
Well,
up
I
super.
started detoxing. I was on just a few minutes, and I thought, okay, that's good. But I can't detox before I go on the air and then get sick. So, because I get a little nauseous when I detox. So, well, that's good to know. Okay. And then tell me some other points so I could get this fixed possibly.
And then also with if you're having wrist pain also too sometimes.
I don't, but people that use a computer a lot do. And then I have a little knee problem going on, and I swim with friends that have had. All of them have had knee replacements. Just about everybody's got scars on their knees. And I'm thinking, isn't there any other way?
Yeah.
Surely there must be.
Well, acupuncture works good for the knees also to help with that, to decrease the pain.
So then do you do the needles all over again?
On the needles, where it will be in the knee at that point.
Okay.
So, and also in the legs with a few points. We also can adjust the knee. We have an activator. Some people might know what that is already, but it's a little instrument that actually helps put motion into the joint, and a lot of people see success with that.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, then let me ask about feet. Okay. As a person gets older, their arches begin to fall. And then the arch that's right under the toes, right, that little pad place in there, okay, I've sort of lost that. And now my toes are starting to spread. First time ever. And they hurt. And I want them fixed. And so I don't know if I'm having some arthritis in there, but I've got 2 toes that are being strange. I put a lady was here last week. I put some of her foot cream, and it really helped. But I had worked on one of the toes, so that helped. But I noticed again this morning that my feet are starting to spread because that little pad underneath, there's an arch there, it's gone.
Yeah.
And that's recent.
Yeah, so we can adjust.
That's because I turned 60.
We can actually adjust the feet too. Okay. We can pretty much, if there's like many joints we can fix, so anywhere from the fingertips to the toe tips, right?
Really?
Yeah. So we can help for the most part. You ask us, and we'll see what we can do. But,
so what would you do for feet?
For feet, we'd probably adjust your feet, and then also we have a product in the clinic also called foot levelers. Those are a shoe insert. We actually cast.
Like they used to call them arch support, something like that?
Similar, but these are actually very specific to you. We actually cast your foot. We ship off the cast. They build them directly for you. They send them back 2 weeks later, and they're made strictly for you.
Do I have to go buy a full-size larger shoe or something like that?
You can actually get dress shoes ones or tennis shoe ones. It depends on whatever you want, yeah.
Now that I didn't know you did.
Well,
see, you
learn
didn't,
something new every
you
day.
You didn't tell me that. All right, there's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
I bet you didn't know it either. We're going to talk now. We're going to go through this whole thing of all the things that he does. You've mentioned in the acupuncture you use needles. Now, we haven't talked about laser. We talked about pressure. Let's talk about laser.
You can also use laser to treat the points too. That actually
Will that take out the wrinkles?
Maybe. So the laser is it's kind of like a laser pointer. There's a specific wavelength that you want and so forth that treats better than other ones. But they've done a lot of different studies with laser treatment with acupuncture, and that works really well also.
So you pinpoint.
Yep, you put it on the point. You hold it there for about 15 to 20 seconds to actually treat the point.
Would that do anything for the shoulder?
Yeah, you could actually. People that are scared of needles are like, oh, I'm not doing needles. I don't think so.
I know, they faint.
Right?
I've watched them faint in clinics where I've gone to have blood drawn.
So we use laser on them, more pressure, like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And because when I think of the laser treatments that are being offered on television are for facelifts, things of that nature.
No, we don't use big lasers like that, probably.
Totally different kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through everything that you offer.
Okay.
We've still got time, I think, to go kind of brush through everything that's going on, how to get hold of you for these different things that are going on. There's a special, there's a class going on. There are some phone numbers that you need, and if you want to text. So let's just start at the top.
Okay.
So let's start with the address, 2255 North University Parkway, unit number 3, and that's on the south side of University Parkway in Provo, where the old Albertson store used to be. And now they've got, Kentucky Fried Chicken has been there for a while. The Eyeglass Place has been there. Trendy's is new there. Their pizza places. The American Pie, Pizza Pie, they're in there. Games, edible arrangements. I don't dare go there and then go over to one of the restaurants.
Next time you come in, we'll walk down there.
Oh, yeah, together we'll make ourselves crazy. Okay. Energy One supplements and all kinds of things.
Yeah.
All those little stores are filling up.
Yep.
Do you still have beauty supply?
There's Sally Beauty Supply
Yeah,
in there.
Sally Beauty Supply is still there.
Quicksilver's in there. There's lots of different clothing
places.
stores, too, yeah.
Well, if you haven't been to see any of this going on, do go into that shopping center and see what's going on and make your way into Trendy's Exchange. Bring clothes to sell, give you cash right on the spot, and stay and shop because, my goodness, they've got fun things. All right, now I want to talk about this seminar.
Okay.
So tell us again what you're going to be doing, and it's going to cost, I can't believe it's not $250, but it's not. It's $25. So tell the folks what they're going to get for $25.
The next
It's
one's
amazing.
$250. We're going to
The
add
next
a zero.
one, yeah, the next one I would guess would be $250.
Yeah.
It's sort of an introductory deal going on for you here.
So the class is a 2-hour class, and it's really the, we call it the emergency type acupuncture class, so you can treat headaches, stomach aches, back pain, neck pain at home with acupuncture or acupressure.
Yourself
I should
or
say.
someone else.
Yeah.
This would be particularly good for children who are prone to fall down accidents, who are, maybe struggling with some special needs.
Yeah. And also, some people are like, well, what is acupuncture? How does it work? This is a great class for them, too. They can just hang out and find out more about it, how it works. But Dr. Craig Johnson is going to be teaching it. Again, he's a chiropractor up in Brigham City. We have a clinic up there. And he's coming down for the class. And it's $25. And then what's really great is, let's say there's 2 of you that want to go, right? And you're like, oh, I don't know about $25 each. Well, we actually do a special. We do $40 a couple also.
Really?
Yeah. So
such a good price. All right, you save $10 if you bring somebody.
And that'll include, we're going to give you notes for the class like that. That way you have something to take home with you so you don't have to try and memorize everything.
Or write
while you're
everything
there.
down.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So everything's ready for you.
Yep.
Okay.
So all you do to get registered, you can call 801-210-0669. You can also text class to that number, and we'll call you back.
That's the easy one. That's the easy one. So
We'll
the
text
phone
you,
number
yep.
plus class.
Yep. And we'll call you back. We'll get you your questions answered if you have those, or if you want to register, get you registered like that. Yeah.
Okay, and then did we talk about your special?
My special. Let's talk about that again. It's our we have a half-hour massage with chiropractic adjustment for only $29. So this is you want to get this while it's available. I don't know how long we'll do this for, but
This is a really good special.
It's the hot one.
I don't know about you, but there's a lot of us that overdid ourselves during Christmas and still having some adverse effects. So this would be really fun.
Yeah.
For a half hour,
Yep.
$29. That is a savings of almost $50.
Yeah.
That is a great price. And again, if you just want to call and leave the word special, you're going to call 210-0669, 210-0669. Of course, that's area 801. And then just text special,
Yep.
SPECIAL.
We'll call you back and
and
answer questions and get you
Get
set
you
up for a
lined up
time
for
if
an
you want.
appointment.
And some people prefer a male over a female. We have both. So in case anyone's worried about that, you can
The
actually-
massage
Yep.
therapist, one of each. So
Yep.
females do, they would, most of them rather go to a female.
Yeah, we find a lot of people do. Some people actually think they have more strength from a male person. So they choose
Okay,
that. Yeah.
whatever their preference is.
Yep.
That's really a good thing. And then again, we want to talk about auto accident.
Yes. So auto accidents, if you know of someone or you yourself been in an auto accident in the last like 30 to 60 days, it's beneficial for you to get checked. Make sure everything's okay, even if there's no pain. You think, I'm better now.
But they need to be checked.
Yeah, I would definitely get checked because your body, the last indication that something is wrong is pain. People go around with cancer for how many years?
Before they know.
They have a little stomach pain. They're dead 2 weeks later.
So come get yourself checked. Besides that, I just learned today that all of our auto insurance policies have a paragraph in there that says you have medical insurance with this, or
It's
they're
called
covered.
Your personal injury protection.
Personal injury, is that what it is? Okay, which I
So,
didn't know. So
yeah.
I think this is a great thing that we found that out today. What is the, let's see, the most difficult situation you've ever worked with?
Most difficult, I would say, is I had someone who came in on their homemade wheelchair, which is also known as a office desk chair with 5 wheels on it.
Okay.
And could not walk. We had to get him up on the table slowly. He had been in an auto accident. Actually, he was on a longboard, got hit by a car. And we brought him in. He was actually able to...
Wait, what's a
longboard is like a big skateboard.
I started to say a skateboard, and he was hit by a car?
Hit by a car.
It was amazing. You walked away from it.
Yeah. No broken bones, though. So we brought him in, got him up on the table. Very, very gentle adjusting, just a lot of muscle work to get things relaxed. We were able to help him with his pain a lot. He's actually able to move a little bit, but still didn't want to walk. Came in 2 days later, treated him again, and he was actually, after that treatment, he was actually able to walk a little bit. I think that's the last time we saw him in the wheelchair, or his homemade wheelchair. But yeah, that was a very interesting case, none the least.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
What's the funniest thing?
The funniest thing?
I mean, people are unique.
Or
maybe most unusual. Maybe that would be it.
Most unusual. I've had one client who was, this is just, it's not really funny, but it is funny after you see so much stuff, but they'd been hit on a bike twice in like 1 month, riding their bike, hit by a car. It's not really funny, but it's just like how
you got him all
lucky
fixed, and then you
have to be to get that, right?
To get that lightning hit twice.
Yeah.
I know. I had a son that had been out on he was a teenager, and he'd been on a skateboard, and no, excuse me, he was playing football, busted his elbow up.
Wow.
Took 3 months to get that out of a cast. Got on the skateboard that afternoon.
Yeah.
Hit a curb wrong, fell and busted that thing right where the curb meets the street, and busted that elbow all over again.
Wow.
And he can move it, and it sounds like gravel moving around all over the place. He didn't. I guess he broke it the first time. The second time, he just shattered bone all over the place, and they couldn't fix it.
Wow.
So it just kind of froze in that position. He played volleyball. He still does play volleyball, and it works okay, But the arm doesn't straighten out anymore.
Wow.
So, and he did not go and get help, of course. Hard-headed kid that he is. And I think if he had, he might have been able to stretch that arm out, get that arm stretched. So the bottom line here is go get some help before you think you need it. Go get looked at.
Yeah, definitely. And there's things people can do to stay out of the office too, right? So some good things, we tell people to drink water.
A lot of water.
Half your body weight in ounces of water a day. So if you weigh 200 pounds, drink 100 ounces of water.
Okay.
It won't happen every day. We know that. But strive for that, right? Exercise is great. Just even light exercise. Even heavy exercise, CrossFit. I've actually started CrossFit recently.
Oh, good.
And that's been a lot of fun. I work out at Put It Up CrossFit in Orem, and that's a pretty sweet place to be.
Good.
So exercise, water, and make sure you get plenty of sleep, too. Your body actually is healing when you're sleeping.
When you're sleeping,
Yeah.
I've heard that, and I do believe it. We did not get to talk about balance bands. I have no idea what that is. I do know about HCG, weight management formula, and I'm interested in how you treat that, so we have to have you come back. And another whole list of more stories and things to go on. So, Dr. Baker, you want to come back and see us one day?
We might just do that, yes.
Oh, good. Okay, we're going to talk about that. By all means, get hold of Dr. Steve Baker. He's on 2255 University Parkway in Provo, Unit 3. And we appreciate him taking time out of his busy day to come and be with us. And again, I want to remind you, we've got new hosts and new programs going around from pretty soon, 8 o'clock in the morning until 6 at night. So look at UtahValleyLive.com anytime you get a moment and see what's coming up or what's been up, because we archive all of these shows and we invite you to look at them and enjoy them. We appreciate our radio audience. Thank you so much for being with us today. Be safe and have fun.